everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Panthers going up against the 49ers.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Now let's go.
Garoppolo. And complete here to Carlos Hyde. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Second down following the run. Garoppolo now. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And his third year on is the punter Bradley Pinion to kick it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. This is Jonathan Stewart. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
By the way, partner, that was a 30-year-old running back carrying the ball there.
Yeah, turned 30 back in March, did Stewart.
Yeah, I know that people say that you're not supposed to at the age of 30, but Jonathan Stewart, good style, good physicality. He'll continue to run it.
Hoping to keep him healthy. Hasn't played a full 16 games since 2011. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move him out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss. And now Newton not liking the play call. He's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on third down, Newton. third down pass falls incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And he is level. Knocked down hard. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49ers heading out, and Charles, at the end of last year, we talked about their decline. They were 12-4 4 years ago, then 8-8, 5-11, and last season 2-14. Head coaches, 4 of them in the last 4 years, but while it might not change overnight, you get the sense the tailspin may be over.
Agreed with you there, partner, because they changed administration as well, and they're going to respect the pass. They want all these players coming in to know what the 49ers meant in previous years. They want them to make their own future, and this is their opportunity now. How about them picking up Solomon Thomas in the draft, the defensive lineman out of Stanford? How about them getting Reuben Foster, the linebacker out of Alabama, trying to get stronger on defense? They'll run a brand-new offensive scheme, and they will be a tougher team overall. I think they're going to compete well in the NFC West, better than what people expect.
The Panthers are going to take another timeout, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Fresh set of downs here. And they're going to go soft on the corners. To throw, it's Garoppolo. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Four yards remaining now on second down. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Garoppolo on first down. He dumps it to Hyde. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find a soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
The slot man in motion right. They'll run high. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go! Green, 39! No, check! Patriot!
Garcon, the man in motion. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. And he will be brought down, but he he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 1st and 10 inside their own 20-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Newton. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. He belted that thing, a leg of steel, and an even 70 yards on the punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Ten yards to go on 3rd, and they're going to go soft on the corners. In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. 1st down, a run with Hyde, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Throwing on 2nd. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. It's 4th down. Offense still on the field. They're going for it.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. Give him 16 on the pickup. And that leads to a San Francisco first down. They'll give to Hyde. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to the booth right after this. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall.
Here we go. All right, here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Detroit.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Detroit. Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They run again with Hyde on first. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
This will be caught at about the 6. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now you've turned it over, and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Steps away. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. They'll give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
We've been together a little while now, partner. How often do we actually describe tight ends as nifty? Because that's what I think of when I see Greg Olsen on the field. His ability to run routes, create space and separation, and make those catches downfield.
Yeah, sure consistent. The numbers the last couple of years almost identical, and both over 1,000-yard seasons. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Now a play fake here on first down. Airing it deep for Garcon. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Eight yards to go here on 2nd down. To throw is Newton. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Michael Pilardi now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Again, it's Hyde. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
And an alley to run, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That is caught at the 7. A good pickup there, a 22. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. First man through. It's the fullback use check. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Now it's Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josh Maga in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 36. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown as a 49er. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On second down, they run with Stewart. But he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a third down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
The Panthers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Newton now to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Newton. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said,
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's got daylight. He's at the 30, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 from a 49er D as they score the touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. Oh, look at the juke. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Out to his left. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
McCaffrey following the penalty. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On second down, here's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
All right, here we go. No. Check.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Over the middle to Garcon. Touchdown, 49ers. Pierre Garcon, 40 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. What a difference a year makes so far, at least. These guys last place in their division a year ago. They're looking like they're going to move to 1-0 right now.
Not really unusual in the NFL, though, is it? Because we always talk about every year, 8-8 is kind of the baseline for everyone, plus or minus. And we've seen many teams go from worst to first. I know it's 1 week, but still, they're starting to think to themselves, we've got a chance this season.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, 10, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. And the Seahawks fans have to be happy. That lead just got bigger. A win would be their first of the young season. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Garoppolo looking to throw. He dumps it to Hyde. Finding some room at midfield and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Julius Peppers in there to get him for a loss of 5. On second down, here's Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Play action, Garoppolo escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the fly over the...